So, folks, this is going to be part two. As I'm continuing, I somehow hit some fucking button. This is part two, and then we'll have part three. And I'll explain that in the thing. But I got to keep rolling here. I don't know how to fucking combine it. I don't know. I'm just talking. But anyway, this was a study. This is part two. So if you're reading this or listening to this and you haven't got part one, then you need to go back to it. So this is back to, we're talking about the retirees. This is a study with Shell employees. Okay, 55, and the ones that were 55, there's a study done on 55 and 65 year olds. 55 and lived to be 65 died sooner than those retired at 65. After 65, they were at 30% higher risk of death than those that retired at 65. People who retired at 55 were 89% more likely to die after retirement than those who retired at 65. That's from WebMD. I get that you find a scratch and now you have cancer, but these numbers don't lie, because I guarantee you they're probably a little bit true from something, or at least a study. I call bullshit. Bull fucking shit. Why? They want you to be an employee. They want you to be an employee for 10 more years longer. Not a conspiracy, not anything out there. That's what they want. Here's this. Here's the fear. Here's the fear. There it is. We got that. They want you to be that worker bee. They want you to be in place. And that's exactly what they're doing. And that's just my rant, because honestly, when it comes to the work and that, and I've seen it, and when I left State Farm in 2005, I've had many jobs. I'm not disputing that. I've had many challenges. Normal folk will call that failures. I've done a lot of things. I've chased a lot of things. I've lived. I actually wake up every day fucking excited for whatever bullshit I'm getting into. Most people can't say that. And I've met a lot of cool people, and I'm doing a lot of cool things. No, I haven't hit my break. You know, I'll be that guy that has a overnight success that took 20 some years. But the passion, the persistence, it's in me. And I'm not going to go back. I'm going to do what I'm doing. So when I left State Farm, we had a regional office here. And people thought I was insane. I went right into real estate. I got my license. I had kids, and I was on commission and shit. They were like, "What are you doing? You have a good job. You have a good pension. Oh my God." Yeah, well, I had a ceiling that I saw, and I'm like, whoo, it's like getting close. It's getting close. I talk more about it in my book. But fast forward, what are we, 15 years later? That office is almost a shell of what it was. There's no one there. They've outsourced everything to other places. So when I look back on this, I've had friends and family that's worked there. One actually got to retire. The other one's still in limbo. And they don't know what the hell's going to bring. They make them do other testing for gobbling up, like, you need this license for this state for this state. It's just fucking horse shit. The people aren't happy. They're sitting there in their cubicles. They're not happy. And now they have to worry every fucking day that, you know, their job is going to be there and not be there. So, again, 15 years. I am grateful for my last 15 years. I've still been able to pay my bills. I've moved around, did this, did that. I've learned a lot. I'm Jason Hopkins. I'm coming at it. You know what I mean? So that's just my little rant. But when it comes to your gift, what I was talking about in part one, you know, some people say the gift is something that you do without getting paid at all. And you could do that for the rest of your life. I call bullshit on that. That is something called passion. And even in the Bible did not talk about passion. It talked about gift. I mean, technically, I want to sit around and masturbate and watch TV all day long. Okay. That doesn't mean that that's what I'm going to get paid for the rest of my life. My gift is something else. So that's where I'm coming with that. That is not my gift. That's a passion of mine. It's called being single. Whatever. Don't judge. Anyway, this comes from Steve Harvey's discussion, where he's talking about he had a friend that cut grass. And all the dude did was cut grass. They made fun of him. They would go out on the weekends. And he said, "No, I got to cut, you know, Miss Janny's backyard, front yard." They're like, "Oh," laughed at him. You know, they're all 18, 19. All he did was cut grass. He became so good at cutting grass, he could do anything with the grass. You can put your freaking initials in it. Well, in Cleveland, fast forward to where he's at now, his business is worth like $4.2 million. See, because all he's done is cut grass, and he ended up getting commercial structures, he ended up getting the malls, he got everything else, and during the winter, they even give him plows to let him do that. All he did was cut grass. So that was his gift. You know, what is it, Mary Callender's or Maria Callender's? The pies? That story is insane. She was a baker at this little, like, hamburger shop, and the guy was, like, getting ready to close down, and she asked if she could bring a pie in and cook and sell it. He said, yeah. Next thing you know, it was sold every piece. Then it was another pie. Then it was 3 or 4 pies. And then it was a whole bunch, and it just kept on rolling. All she did was bake pies. That's it. And then that turned into her selling, I think it was their car. And then she had, where's my notes? Fuck if I know where it went. Anyway, she sold a car for $700 to get a commercial. And now I'm hitting shit on my fucking computer. Fuck. Jason Hopkins, this shit sucks. $700, she got a commercial thing. Now all she did was bake pies. I think she now has 126 freaking restaurants that sell her pies, and I think you can't go into any Kroger's or Giant Eagle or whatever your grocery store is across the nation without saying Maria Callender. Pie. It's just a pie. It's that simple. You know, and as we go through these dark moments, you know, I found my gift being in a dark moment. And yes, I may have put my place in that dark moment. Yes, I may have put myself there and found those challenges. But I feel God has put and moved me around to different places that there's a reason for that. My gift is to just talk and inspire people. That's it. I don't really care about anything else. When I get my DMs and my messages from people that say I helped them with this or helped them with that, and you know what? I'm sorry, Licking County folks and people I went to high school with are kind of laughing and goofing around, and you know, well, actually right now they're bitching and moaning because they don't have a job. But the same people that make fun of me one day will look back and be like, wow, man, that's pretty crazy. And that's what I want to do. How I'll get paid, when I get paid, I don't know. I ain't worried about it. I'm just going to go and inspire and keep my head to the ground, keep on writing, keep on doing the things I'm doing. You know, so in those dark moments, I've been there. This may be your first time ever in a dark moment where you don't know what the fuck's going on and you don't know what the next 2 weeks are going to bring for you and your family. Dive deep. Send me a message. I'm not going to block you out. I'm not going to do that. I'll give you inspiration. I'll let you know. I've been there and I've done that multiple times. It's a piece of life. You either build from it or you don't. It's very simple. It's not really that challenging. So, you know, please feel free to leave your comments. Let me know. Call me out. I really don't care. My thing is, if you really research the educational system, a lot of it, even though you have it and that, I get it. I got mine, but it's flawed. It's a system set up back in the industrial age, and now we're coming to a new light, and now we have to adapt finally. And I've said this 10 years ago. The industrial age is the factory workers. Clock in, clock out, the bell. Bill, boom, boom. We all know that. From elementary school to middle school to high school, the bell. Now we're living a time where time almost doesn't exist. It's 24/7. And now we're finally going virtual. So same with college. And for my millennials out there that are speaking and listening to this, hopefully change this or hopefully push this off to someone else, because this 3-part series is going to be phenomenal. See, there's nothing wrong with college degrees, but when back in the day, a GED got you a job, like we're talking in the 70s, the GED was worth something. And then it became, oh, you got to have the high school degree and that. And again, factory stuff. Well, the thing is now, Your associates is like replacing the high school degree. Your bachelor's, which used to be awesome, is replacing the associates. The master's now is the new bachelor's. And back to my original thought, because most of you people are going to come at me and talk shit and leave messages and whatever. It's flawed. You can't go and spend that type of money and become top of the tier and have a PhD and be broke. It's flawed. So anyway, part 3, I'm going to go over a couple opportunities that I'm offering. It is to be an employee with my company. And that's many things. We got sales. We got associates. It's awesome. To be an affiliate, if you want to be and have the structure and have everything that I've created to be your own. And then also to be an independent business owner as well. And there's 2 different things I got cooking. I got my own company, and then I got my health and wellness business. So we're going to have 2 different things like coming at you. So like you don't have excuses in this day of age. So how do you want to approach it? It's all positive. It's all good. It's just that simple. And I want to leave you with this on part 2. Proverbs 29:18. It says, where there is no vision, the people will perish. But he who keeps the law, happy is he. So I appreciate you. Sorry it broke up, but now we got 3 parts to this shit. And I'm loving it, and I'm happy. If you have questions, please send me a message. If you have comments that are good, write them below. If you want to subscribe, please do. And share it if you need to share it. But these right now will not be that popular, 1, 2, and 3. Later on, these are going to be the best freaking broadcasts that have been out there. Thank you.